Now, for a closer look at what's actually happening in Lebanon today, we have Emil Kirjas from Liberal International in the United Kingdom. Mr. Kirjas, thank you for being with us today in the studio.
Thank you for the invitation.
Now, let's start. Can you just let me know why you're actually in the country at the moment?
You mean why I'm for the fourth time within 6 months? It's actually good to be back in Lebanon. I was already 2 weeks ago here. At that time, we were present at a very important event, which was the setting up of the Arab Spring Youth Federation, bringing up young people from the entire region here in the capital of freedom and democracy, as we call it, of the Arab world, in Beirut. But this time is to have further discussion and dialogue about what we can further do in order to make sure that this country stayed united and democratic. And this is also part of a regional context and regional visits. Liberal International has been recently in Tunisia, in Morocco, and in Egypt, working with the forces over there. We had meetings with the Liberal Alliance as well in Libya, with them as well, in order to make a common strategy.
Now, this common strategy that you're talking about, you are implementing with the Future Movement here in Beirut, I've heard. Could you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Well, you know, it's really pleasant to work with Future Movement here, because it's always good to be among people with whom you share values and ideas. And it's actually quite inspiring to be here among them. You can rarely witness a place in the world where people in politics respond to violence only with political means. And in the view of the latest assassination that we witnessed in October, there was a huge potential of violence, and actually it was the leader of Future Movement which managed to defuse it. This is something that is absolutely impressive. As I said, we can't really recall that it is happening in the other parts of the world, that the political elites are so self-aware that it is important to safeguard democracy and peace above all. So we are here to work with them and to make sure that they are going to come up with a clear electoral strategy next year, which will lead them to election victory based on guaranteeing freedom and democracy for the people of Lebanon.
Could you maybe tell us a little bit about this working together for this electoral strategy? Maybe give us some pointers.
We have seen, not only in Lebanon, we have seen across the region that populism is trying to, so to say, use the traditional values, or use the culture in order to impose political leaders on positions in place. We have seen that in Egypt most recently. We are seeing that in Tunisia. We are seeing it all across. So we want to work together with our friends here and across the region to make sure that we come up with a clear liberal alternative to that, clear political agenda, which is going to make sure that the culture and the values that the majority of the population cherish are going to be maintained, but at the same time that freedom will be guaranteed. We have a lot of examples in the world where this coherence actually works in practice. So in April, we are planning to bring a large group of around 100 top politicians to help strategize together here in Beirut. We do not run away from this region. We believe that this country will be peaceful and secure, and we're going to come in large numbers to support Mustaqbal.
Okay, I mean, just listening to everything that you're saying here, what does this actually, I mean, you've said it a bit, but I just want you to give me some specifics as what does this actually, how it's going to help the citizens of Lebanon? I mean, since the citizens are actually so divided.
Well, there is certain kind of beauty of this country, of this unity in diversity. This is an amazing place where you would find so many different groups of people who have layers of identity which are really divisive at the same time, but at the same time being brought together to work in a harmony. This country has a constitution. This country has an accord from Tahrir that has given its framework, but most of all, it has people who want to live together, who actually always find a way, always find a niche that brings them together. And this is what we try to fortify. This is what we we try to bring together. If you see the people that we work with in Mustaqbal, for example, you would see people across the spectrum, and this is beauty. This is a message that we would like to send to the Lebanese people. Get together, because you have much more to gain by working and living together in peace and democracy and respect each other's freedoms.
Okay, Emil, I'm going to have to wrap up here. We are running out of time. Thank you for being with us
Always
today.
Pleasure to be here, Sophie. Thank you.